Well, I'm going to grab a couple.
Women being funny is something that an era we're coming into. Do you feel that way?
I mean, I don't think that women being funny is new. I think that women talking about real issues and really, because I think it's interesting the way you pose the question, because what's different about this film in particular is that it's a woman directing the comedy. Thank you very much. And so I feel very grateful that it was a moment that we all came together. But, it's like this idea of the term badass. When people say a badass woman, it's like saying an ATM machine. Like, you don't need to say machine. You don't need to say badass woman. It's just women. Women are astonishing, and so and this film is about friendships and about women going through the kind of the markers of their life together and adapting to the circumstances that happen to them.
Did you have fun?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't hard at all. 25 days.
Oh my God, you're in labor. I don't know the medical term for this, but your vagina looks like it's yawning. Like.
The fact that if I get a feeling about something and it's resonating inside of me, I know it's going to work. And I was able to connect on this piece. We found Michelle Buteau, who is... Nothing. She's just like, I don't know. And we were like, foot on the gas, over-accelerated, because we had to get her shot out back to LA to start shooting her series. And I was like, what the fuck am I walking into? And it was worth it because we had her, we had Ilana, like these two masterful comedic poets kind of playing off of each other.
Dawn, crisis. I've had sex, but I was on my period.
So you can't get pregnant on your period?
Girl,
stop.
Girl, you stop. We went to the same school. We learned the same shit.
So one night, me and Susie and our friend Paula, who's like a serious documentary filmmaker, we were hanging out and we were like, what should we watch? And she was like, I don't know, let's watch Marry Me. And I was like, what the fuck? You make movies about nuns who get buried in wells because, like, the Pope doesn't want them to talk about the Catholic Church. Like, serious shit. And she's like, let's watch Marry Me with J-Lo. I was like, all right. So we watched Marry Me, and I was like, this is gonna get me in practice for like making Babes, which I haven't shot yet. And we watched it, and the best part about that movie, forgive me, was the blooper reel during the end title credits. And I saw Michelle Buteau, and I was like, oh shit, this is what she does. This is what people do. And I remember that and holding that as the kernel of what I was going into to work with Michelle. There you go.
Be at all the appointments.
I have a family. I've been swamped.
Best friends get so screwed over in adulthood. You and me, we're family.
Bitch.
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 Bow.
So a huge part of this film is when you are a friend to somebody. And when, particularly from youth, when you're growing up. And it's your buddy, and then you grow up, and if you're lucky enough to keep somebody for that long through your life, and then all of a sudden, oh, they get a partner. Oh, they have a baby. Oh, another baby's coming, and you're like, hello, hi. Remember, I was your witness. I was your bro the whole time. But you really want to go over here, and that's why the relationship between Michelle and Hasan is so beautiful, because they adore each other. And Hasan is not just, as Marty is not just like a schlumpy partner, he's like a real person, and he's lovely, and he's giving space. But they're exchanging, and then the embrace of that, and that moment when Eden, Ilana's character, says, best friends are so fucked over in real life, is such, I related to that so much. Because of the people in my life and my children. I have 3 daughters, and it's just all of these things that really kind of build relationships, and I think it's true for anybody, for men and women, but particularly this is a female film. It's about women, it's about their relationships, and it's also directed by a woman, which is I guess I'm a woman now. It took me a long time to admit that.
One of the things I realized watching this film was that pregnancy is like an untapped source of physical comedy. And you tapped it. Like,
pregnancy means you've been tapped.
Yeah. But yeah, it's an endurance test. I mean, a lot of times in movies they treat
because it's gross.
Yeah, that too. That's one thing I remember about some of the reviews out of South by Southwest were that you got into like the juicy details of being pregnant. And, but again, was that in the script already, or was that something you?
Yeah, that was.
Let's do it.
Josh Rabinowitz and Ilana wrote the script, and they were both freshly covered in amniotic fluid parents. And, I've already made pancakes out of my placenta, and my cord blood's dripping from the walls.
I'm scared of the decision I made, but it just feels like destiny, and this is Destiny's child.
I just wanted to be part of things, and then I kept getting fired. Just for, weird reasons, for not being, pretty enough, or a girl enough, or for being a female. It was crazy stuff. I got replaced by Sinbad one time. How the fuck? My career is so weird. It's so weird. But it's still fucking so hard to be a woman and to have these jobs that are guiding, which feels natural. And so, I know, it's not pithy. I'm sorry if I keep dropping steaming hot turds of truth into thingies, but I don't know how, I'm in my 50s. I don't have a lot of time, so I just want to warm.